So I'm planning my next trip. You want to find out where? Stay tuned. So welcome back, Travel Nation. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have lots more coming on my next destination here, which is Spain. I went to Spain here recently, and I want to talk a little bit about the planning process that I had. I'm going to share some clips from Spain where I talked about my planning process. I was so excited for my trip, I neglected to do it before I left. Well, hello guys. I was so busy working and stuff that I'm actually here now in Spain, and I never had the chance to record and tell you guys how I went about planning my trip to Spain. So it's actually night one, so I haven't gone through too many of my plans yet, so it's still early on. I figure I can still kind of share with you my planning process and what we went through. So here we are in Spain. This came about because we had been to Spain back in 2010, but we had done Andalusia, which is on the southern end of Spain. Beautiful area of Spain to go to, but we never made it to Madrid or Barcelona. And I figured no trip to Spain can be considered complete, or you can't really count Spain done until you've visited those two major cities. So we set out to visit Barcelona and Madrid, and so here we are. So this is night one. We are in Madrid. Now the planning of this all, again, if you followed me, you know that I have an RCI condo. So this all started with the RCI condo and figuring out what was close to either Madrid or Barcelona that we could commute via train. When we were in Spain in 2010, we actually rented a car and drove, which was fine at the time, but we've become a little bit more savvy travelers since then and realized that, especially in Europe, the train service and public transportation is amazing. So why drive? It's a lot of hassle, it's a lot of stress, not knowing where you're going, worrying about the road rules, all that kind of stuff. You can't enjoy yourself. When you ride the train, you just sit there and the train takes you to your destination. You just gotta get on the right one. So we've learned that that's really the best course of action for us. So we wanted to find a place that we could have easy train service into either Madrid or Barcelona, knowing that we were going to add an Airbnb on either end of the trip, depending on where we ended up. So we ended up finding RCI near Barcelona, and it's only about an hour, a little over an hour. We're staying in the beach town called Salou, and our place is walkable to the train station, so that was vital for us. We didn't want to have to take a taxi or have a super long walk. It's like a 5 to 10 minute walk to our accommodation from there. That we will be getting to on Saturday. But for the first in and out, we wanted to check out Madrid. So we put Madrid both at the beginning of our trip as well as the end of our trip. So we have two nights here. Now we have tonight, and then we have a full day tomorrow and tomorrow night. And then Saturday morning, we're gonna catch the train to Salou. And then we'll spend a couple days in Salou. So, and then head up to Barcelona. So a lot of things went into this planning because we had to make sure that we found accommodations that were where we wanted to be. So I'm just going to tell you, I'm sitting here at my balcony of my accommodation here in Madrid, and we are right outside, footsteps away from the Mercado San Miguel. That building right there is the Mercado San Miguel. So it's one of the major tourist spots, and Plaza Mayor is 2 blocks away, and Plaza del Sol is maybe 4 blocks away. We actually took the metro from the airport all the way to Sol, and then walked from Sol down. We could have gotten off at Opera, which is a little bit closer to this place, but we wanted to check out Sol, Plaza del Sol first, just because we were there. So that's what we did, and then we walked to our accommodation. We got checked in. Figured everything out. We're just getting settled. We're actually about to get freshened up and changed, and we're going to go to Mercado San Miguel and have tapas and drinks for our dinner. We're going to kind of do a casual, light, picking up and sampling a bunch of the local cuisine at the Mercado. And I gotta say, I've watched so many videos, and one person, James Blick, from Devour Tours. He also has Spain Revealed as his channel. I'm just going to do a shout out because I learned a lot from him. He gave us so many recommendations for different food places, both for a tapas crawl later on in our trip, as well as here at the Mercado, which stalls to stop at. So we're gonna put all of that to the test, probably tonight and tomorrow night, before heading out to Salou and Barcelona in the next couple days. So we are really right in the center of Madrid, and tomorrow morning we are going to run over to Retiro Park and try to get the Crystal Palace when there's nobody at it, because I want to get some cool pictures, and I can't do that if there's tons of people there, which will happen in the afternoon. And then we're going to wander around Salamanca, Malansanya. We're going to head over to the Royal Palace, hopefully Temple de God. We're just really kind of wandering around tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, we have a flamenco show. And we did a late show because one thing about Spain, Madrid in particular, they're night owls. Like, it's now almost probably 9 o'clock. And you would swear it's like 7 p.m. People are just heading out for dinner. The streets are coming alive. When we were walking from our train station, it was about 7, and there were a lot of people out, but nobody was eating or anything like that. Now there's music playing, the cafes are all full. It really livens up at night. So we're excited about that and going checking that out tonight. But any case, so tomorrow we're doing the late show because we figured then we could do a tapas crawl beforehand and then head over to our show tomorrow night. So I'll have clips for that for you. Then on Saturday, like I said, we're headed to Salou. Sunday is a slow day in Spain. A lot of things are closed. So we're going to just go to Tarragona, which is the neighboring town to Salou, and we're going to check out all of the Roman ruins because it's literally one train stop. So we're going to go do that because we think that'll be pretty cool. And then starting Monday, we head up to Barcelona. So in Barcelona, we plan on well, first of all, on Monday is La Sagrada Familia, because I didn't want to leave something so major to the end of the trip. So we got our tickets. We actually split it. I'm doing the guided tour, and my husband is just doing the general admission. His thought was that he would much rather just listen to a recording, which he can get through Rick Steve's app. He's got a complete walkthrough of the La Sagrada Familia, or you can do the audio tour if you wanted to add that on. But so he didn't need anything special. For me, I wanted the guided tour. I wanted to understand what I was looking at and thought it would be also good for this video series to share with you some of the things that they cover in the guided tour to tell you if it's really worth the extra money, because it's almost double the price of the basic ticket. And then we are also going to like Casa Mia and all the other Gaudi buildings that are in that general vicinity before heading back home. Now, the downside of taking the train is that the last train going to Salou leaves at 9 p.m. Now, Barcelona is a lively city just like Madrid, which means we're not going to really get to see any of the nightlife unless we decide to take a bus, and even then the bus leaves at like 11 or 11:30 at night, so it'll buy us a couple more hours. So we're going to look into that, but we're not going to do that till we get down there and make those decisions when we're down there and see how comfortable we are with all that. All right, then Tuesday, we are going to Park Güell. So we're excited about that too. So I'm just gonna share one thing that I've been doing on my tours. I did this when I went to Japan, which I'll be sharing in a future video series, or maybe it will already be posted by the time this one comes out. I am a mess. Anyway, but I make little booklets. So here's my booklet for Spain, and what I do is day by day, I detail out all of the things that I've done research on. I put directions in, what we're gonna do, when we're gonna do it, and kind of a route, just so we're not wandering aimlessly. I do that just because I want to get the most out of the vacation, and I don't want to leave going like, oh crap, we really wanted to see that, or we're wandering around somewhere going, wasn't there something we wanted to see, and then we can't remember it. So I've been doing this now for the last couple of big trips that I've planned, and it's been helpful. All I do is print it out, cut it, laminate it, make a little booklet out of it. That way it's wetter, wet or dry. If it rains, it doesn't really matter. But I do a lot of research, as you know, before I head out. So yeah, I'm excited to share. I think I'll do an update of my planning about halfway through the trip, I'll let you know how things have gone so far, what my thoughts are every day and night. But I'm gonna say goodnight from Madrid. I mean, I'm gonna take you out with me tonight when we do go through Mercado de San Miguel, but I'm gonna go freshen up so we can do that because I'm getting hungry. The good part is it's right there. The bad part, you can smell all the food and it smells so good and I'm so hungry. So we're gonna go and I'll catch you guys once we're over there. So we're gonna continue with my plans in Barcelona and some tips live from Barcelona. Here you go. All right, so since I have some time before we go in, I thought I'd talk to you a little bit more about how we planned out today. Because with Barcelona, it is a big city, so you have to kind of divide it out into areas versus, driving around or taking the train here and there. Even though the train service is extremely reliable and the subway is very convenient, you still have to plan out your time. You don't want to waste time taking the train here and there and everywhere. So we decided for Sagrada Familia we would do kind of the Gaudi day. So we went to all his famous buildings along Paseo de Gracia, and then we just kind of walked up here. It wasn't a very far walk to the Sagrada Familia, maybe 15-20 minutes, but it was a very nice leisurely walk. Got to see some of the city, and then you kind of happen upon it, and La Sagrada just kind of sprouts up out of nowhere. It's surrounded by a very cute neighborhood and everything, but there's not much to do right in this area, so that's why you find a lot of people just hanging out in the park. After this, when we're done with La Sagrada, we're going to walk down to the Arc de Triomphe and Parc Ciutadella, so that we can see that area before getting on the train at La Francia station. So then we'll head back to Salou tonight. We'll get on the 8:30 train to head home. And then tomorrow we're doing Park Güell and that kind of area of town. And even though most people couple La Sagrada and Park Güell together, we didn't feel we wanted to do two major sites in one day like that, so we separated it. So I know we're going to have to do a little running around tomorrow, but not too terrible. We're also going to tomorrow see the Elborn neighborhood because we're going to take the train to the Francia station and get off there and then explore Elborn and then head up to Park Güell. In the afternoon, we will do some other things as well. And then on Wednesday, we will do the Gothic Quarter and that area, as well as Barceloneta and Montjuic will be both Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, we are going to do a day trip, a little side trip up to Montserrat. We'll be leaving very early in the morning, catching the first train at like 7 a.m. to head into Barcelona, Plaza de España, to head up to Montserrat. And then we'll spend the evening, or late afternoon, evening here back in Barcelona in the Gothic Quarter, just finishing up anything else that we wanted to see because it'll be our last day in Barcelona on Friday before we head back to Madrid. So that's the update on the planning. It really sectioning off your trip into areas of the city, and I'll put my full itinerary in the descriptions below for my videos so you can follow along and maybe plan a similar itinerary to your own. We decided not to go inside any of the actual houses because they are quite expensive and you can see quite a bit from the outside. So unless you're really into architecture, I'd say skip going inside and just view it from the outside. It'll save you time and it'll save you a heck of a lot of money. The lines are ridiculous, and then the cost it's like 20 euro, 30 euro per building, and there's like 4 houses. So I'd skip it. All right, I'll catch up with you later after we're in the Sagrada Familia. I had a fantastic time. What I will tell you with planning, make sure you do your research. Figure out what you want to see, figure out how much time you have, and always leave time to change your mind, because what you think you're going to do when you get there compared to what you're actually going to do when you get there sometimes are two completely different things. I'm going to leave a copy of my itinerary down below so that you guys can plan your very own trip. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that big thumbs up. Let me know that you liked this video and leave your comments below. I want to hear from you. Stay tuned for upcoming videos of this whole series from Madrid and Barcelona. I look forward to connecting with you soon, Travel Nation. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Until then, travel safe.